Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first session of Educate Life 101, and that too in 2014. So yes, it's finally here. The first session, as I promised. Now, we're going to go ahead and start off by looking at the past, the present, and the future of Educate Life 101. So we're going to go ahead and start looking at the past. And I'm going to share with you some interesting things that I have been doing, I have done, and things that I have particularly stood up for. We're going to start it off with the quote, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration," said by none other than Thomas Alva Edison. So what I have been doing is I've launched Twitter, as you pretty much can see that widget on the website. I have been tweeting, I've been making videos, and I had some secret projects that I had planned, and yes, it's about time that I launch them and share them with you. So let's get started and finish looking at the past so we can look at the present. But first of all, what am I in the process of doing? Well, I really want to get a lot of followers, and I really want to promote my website and, have it out there. And that's what I think every person starting small, going big wants. And that's what I want too. And I want to share all this education, knowledge, and everything I'm learning day per day. And as, days go on with everyone, so that truly there is a really nice resource to look at and pull from. Now, let's recap the summer of 2013. So on July 3rd, 2013, I launched Twitter for Educate Life 101. And since then, I've only had 2 followers, but it's okay. And that summer, I also launched a, second version of the app, but it wasn't really the second version. I launched Educate Life 1.4 because it took me 4 edits to do it, and I did Twitter integration. And now people might be asking, well, how is it Twitter integration? Well, that's because you know what the real account is and you know what you want to follow. And so that way, you know, that you're not being tricked, and you're following the right account, because that's something that every person wants, any organization, people, or any group of people to just, follow at. So that is why there is the real account, on the app that shows up, and you can also report fake accounts if there are any being created. So the next thing we're going to look at is that I raised a voice for education, and that too through avaz.org. And I did it, late at night on July 11th, 2013. I was planning some projects, like I mentioned before, and I got this email, and I'm just really tired at 3:30 in the morning. But I go ahead, around about that time, all right, I'm like, okay, I gotta raise my voice. So I did it. In addition, many of you might be wondering, well, when is the birthday of the website? And, if you know it or not, what can we expect on a birthday? So, well, the birthday of the website is on March 21st, 2013. That was when the site took birth and everything. Now, it may occur to you that, it's been 1 year for the website already. Why hasn't there been anything out to commemorate that. And that is because, guys, I only remembered this last month that, wow, my website has a birthday. And I'm like, okay. So I'm not going to promise anything, but I am going to say that I am going to release something to commemorate it every year. Something, around that period of time, and I'm going to have a short video maybe. So I'm going to think on that and figure out what to do. Now, a little later, last year, I also promoted the Hour of Code campaign to promote computer science, and that I did on 12/10/2013, which was December, so right around the holidays. Now we're going to go ahead and look at some YouTube statistics too, and that too from the start of the website to February 8, 2014. Now it looks really odd, where you saw that the site took birth on March 21st, 2013, but I am actually one day behind in this count right here. And that is because the first video I ever released or thought about putting onto YouTube wasn't until, March 21st. And that's the day I started up with this whole website and everything. But the first video I did was on chemistry, and you can still go back and see it. Now, I know that the voice may not be clear. And, I worked with what I had back then. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. So, since then, it has been a really interesting journey when I looked at the statistics, in terms of how I sort of got this whole analytical data. So we're going to start off with the United States. The U.S. itself had 256 views. And as I went down and around the map, you're going to see to me, I was mind blown, but you're going to see, wow, videos that I have done particularly have spread around. So it was a pretty interesting thing. So Mexico had 7 videos that were Mexico had 7 views that were watched. So Mexico had 7 views. Bolivia had 1 view. Brazil had 2 views. Canada had 7 views. The United Kingdom had 8 views. So at this time when I'm analyzing my data, I'm like, wow, I have been, pretty much reached in not only just the North American region, but, I've been also viewed in the East. And the statistics got exciting as I viewed them. Sweden had 10 views, Finland with 2, Netherlands with 1 view, Germany had 4 views, Spain had 2 views, Hungary had 1 view, Romania with 2 views, Belarus with 1, Turkey had 5 views, so that was pretty interesting. So now I'm sort of reaching the Middle East area. India had 4 views. That made me really happy. Thailand had 2. Malaysia with 3. Papua New Guinea with 1. And Australia with 5 views. And guys, that is a total of 322 views, which is 253 minutes watched. So when I saw this, I was just jumping with joy, up and down. I was like, wow. So the top 5 countries that ranked in the most views were the United States, Sweden, United Kingdom, Canada, and Mexico. And I have only gained 1 subscriber. So not bad, but I'm really happy that, my videos are reaching, and making their way across the world. Now, a few months ago, uh, from the time period of September to November 2013, I did public portals for my YouTube channel. And those consisted of the first video being the troubleshooting the iOS 7 install, and the second video, well, it wasn't really a second video, it was the other three videos that followed up, being the OS X Mavericks install. And each part I decided and counted them as a video. So, I now am proud to present to you that I have now done 14 portals. Yes, 14 portals. And this is the full list of the 14 portals. The first two you already know, or the first four I should actually say. But then I have done a video on advice on data, chromatography, first play on desert hill climb, I can't climb a hill climb struggle, the neck flip failure, hill climb struggle 2, hill climb failure 3, level 3 Arctic, removing the boot camp disc, Arctic struggle is real, 662 meters on Arctic, 2 big air times, and level completion. And lastly, the Rube Goldberg design. So this is the production of portals that I have done. So now we come to the question, and it's a very important question, I think. Why can't we see all of your videos? And this is because, well, first of all, they're on my website. It's obvious. The second one is YouTube is just not enough. I can make videos and upload them to YouTube. That's great. But there's no logical asset or production, or a way that all the videos are organized. And I think that right there is key. So that is why you cannot see all my videos, because, YouTube is simply just not enough for me to share videos, because I can upload these videos to YouTube, but you cannot make connections, and you can't really see what I'm trying to get to and what I'm trying to show you. So the whole idea and the vision that I have cannot be just shown. So that is why, hence, bouncing back to the first reason, they are on my website. Now, that is it for the first session in peering to the past. And the second session, guys, is a really big Unveillance project. So this was the first Unveillance project, as you see. The second one is going to be bigger and better.